Hey everybody, it's day 31 plus 1 of the May Painting Challenge, and I know it's already June, but I wanted to do my part 2 of my finale for the May Painting Challenge and answer those questions that I didn't get to during the month. Now, I think I mentioned yesterday, things just got really busy near the end of the month, especially that last week, so I kind of fell off the wagon in week 4. And while in the end, I did paint a number of things, I know I could have done better in terms of efficiency and numbers of things painted, but I am happy with what I got painted. So I'll get back to what's in front of me right now. But here are the questions. And number 24, what was your favorite book when you were growing up and why? Well, I didn't really have a favorite book when I was older. I did read a lot of books. I used to read a lot, and I used to have time for a lot, and especially Star Wars books. So it got to a point, I don't know exactly when, I guess I was a teenager, and I just started reading the Star Wars novels, and I just kept buying and collecting and buying and collecting and reading and reading and reading. I haven't read all of them, not even close, but I do own 120 something Star Wars novels, and I only stopped collecting maybe 2 years ago, maybe 3, maybe 2 years ago. So there are still a bunch that I don't have, and I'll probably collect them. And I've thought about it. Do I get rid of them? I've read a lot of them, but I don't know. Maybe if I can hold on to them space wise, space wise. Maybe my kids will want them one day. I don't know. I have no idea. But anyway, when I was really young, back to the question, I really enjoyed this book, The Jolly Postman or Other People's Letters, by Janet and Alan Alberg. And what it is a book full of letters and postcards from fairy tale and nursery rhyme characters to each other. And it's really cute. And when I was a little kid, when I was in daycare in kindergarten, apparently I liked this so much that I got a little messenger bag, and I would write letters and little notes to people, and probably just scribbles at the time, or maybe I was writing at that point. It's quite possible. And I would deliver these letters and notes to people at home and at daycare, and I wanted to be a postman. So while other boys were dreaming of being astronauts and football players, or I guess here in Canada it'd be hockey players, and not really cowboys, but lumberjacks maybe, I don't know. All those really cool jobs you could be as an adult when you finally grew up. I wanted to be a postman for a while. I don't know how long it was, but it was long enough that it was a part of my life. So there you go, The Jolly Postman. That was the book from when I was younger. Number next, if you could vacation for a week anywhere in the world, where would it be? And if you've been part of my subscriber group for a while, you might know that I do love to travel. Especially before kids, my wife and I were able to travel every year on a big trip of like 4, 5, or 6 weeks. And we've gone to Europe, we've gone to Southeast Asia, we went to India for our honeymoon. I love traveling, and it's just a really awesome experience to go around the world and see people where they live, and see these big landmarks that you see pictures of and read about in books and stuff. And like standing under the Eiffel Tower at night, touching the Taj Mahal, Angkor Wat at sunrise. Just amazing experiences, and meet some great people and eat some really good food and all that stuff. So I love to travel, and there's lots of places all over the world I still need to go, and I mean like all over the world. Even some of the places I've gone to, I'd like to go to again. But if I had a week, I would say one of the places I'd like to go for a week would be Italy. Coming from a history background, especially ancient history, I minored in classical civilizations. I majored in history in university, and I loved learning about all that stuff, and I still do. And teaching it is really fun too. So one of the best parts about being a teacher is I get to relive the learning, especially about stuff like that. But anyway, Italy has just some great stuff to see in terms of the ancient history as well as like the Renaissance history. So yeah, Italy would be a nice place, and I really would need more than a week because there's just so much to visit, so much to see. A week would just not do it, but hey, if Warboss is giving us free weeks to places around the world, I'll take it. 26. What is the strangest food you've ever eaten, and where were you? Well, I like to travel, as I said, and I love foreign food. I love food from all over the world. I love trying everything out. Although I'm not, the exotic food like bull testicles and chicken feet and pig head, stuff like that. Like that doesn't really excite me. I do like food from all over the place, but just not the weird exotic stuff like that. So I actually don't think I've eaten anything too wild and strange, sadly. So sorry about that. Yeah, I guess the oddest thing I've eaten is I think it turned out to be some kind of like animal knuckle. I don't know if it was like beef or something. It was some kind of kneecap. I don't know what it was. I think it was a kneecap. It was in Vietnam, and it was either really really late at night or really really early in the morning, and we had gotten off the bus just arriving in, I forget what city in Vietnam, and we were really hungry, so we went to like this little restaurant that's at the bottom of someone's house and like in the front, and which is very common there, and the waiter guy woke up the matron of the joint, and she came out of her bedroom, didn't wash her hands, went straight to the pot of noodles and started stirring it, and grabbed it with her hands and grabbed a bunch of other stuff and put it in, and was brought to the table, and we looked at each other, my wife and I, we just dug in, and in it was some really odd meat type thing, and again I think it was some kind of kneecap or something, I don't know, but wasn't that strange. It was kind of gross, but when in Rome, if that's the way she's gonna serve it without washing her hands, so be it. All right, tell us the hardest part of the May Painting Challenge. And for me, hands down, it was trying to keep up with all of the videos. There are just so many videos, and I wasn't even really taking part in the Google Plus group, and I know there are a lot of updates there, photo updates, and so I missed a lot of the updates, which I kind of feel bad for. I think next year I will use Google Plus instead of just YouTube, because I know I missed so much, and I kind of feel bad for that. But I will, I do have to say that the hardest part was that the painting wasn't so bad. I found the motivation, especially the first few weeks. The third week got a little rough, and then the fourth week was just so busy, and all kinds of things crept up. But especially early on, I was able to paint and film a video every day. So like no complaints about that. What was the best part of the painting challenge? And for me, this it's always the same. It's finding new people to follow. I added, I don't know how many new subscriptions to my new channels to subscribe to and to follow. Just a lot of really really cool people doing some really cool projects, and I'm really looking forward to seeing all the progress videos in the after the May Painting Challenge. Hopefully everyone doesn't have a daily one, because again it was just a lot of work, but I do hope to see regular updates from everyone that I started following, and yeah, it's some great stuff out there. So again, congrats to everyone who joined in and put in the effort and did their best and was motivated and all that stuff. So yeah, awesome everyone. Now before I go, in front of me here and in front of you there is these are the Pendragon miniatures. These are the 10mm fantasy miniatures. I mentioned a few videos ago that I picked up 2 warband forces for their rule set warband, and definitely excited to get this going. So tonight, while trying to catch up on some more videos, I started basing a few of the units, and the starters have 8 units. This is 5 of the dwarf units, and what I decided to do, instead of doing the cavalry, I've put in some boulder elementals, which are like allies of the dwarves. These are hill dwarves. I have a gun line. These are, I guess, arquebusiers, a shaman, and I know in fantasy the dwarves aren't usually magical, or at least in the Warhammer Fantasy, but I needed them to call upon these guys, I guess, thematically. So some cannons, and here's my my king, my leader. So I have 3 more bases to do of warriors, hand weapon warriors, and then this will be the starter army that I use for the dwarves. And then I've got the big container of goblins plus extras elsewhere. So dwarves, I still have a lot more to do. I could, you know, have multiple bases for the, you know, I have archers and crossbows as well. I've got a second unit of artillery. I've got another one of these boulder elementals. I've got a ton of warriors, probably 6 warrior units, if not more. So lots and lots. But I do want to just start off with the starters, and then you know, get them based, get them painted, get them on the table, try the game out, and see if I like it. I'm pretty sure I will. But you know, it's always fun to, you know, try the game. I will give a better look at all these minis in a very near future video. I have a lot of thoughts on the game so far, but I wanted to put the armies together, give my thoughts on the rules before I play and then after I play, and then give some thoughts on the minis. And I'll do that once I have both starters ready. So within the week, I'm hoping to get both armies ready, and I'll let you know how I feel about the minis and all that stuff. And as of right now, it's going to be some positive thoughts. So anyway, sorry for the long video. This is the last one of the May Painting Challenge for me. So thank you for watching. Thanks for keeping up with me this month. Thanks for all of the comments and likes and encouragement and motivation and all that. It's been a great month for hobbying, and I hope to continue my progress for this and other projects in the near future. So thanks again. Have a great week, everyone, and thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye.